I want to try to build a Roblox game, launch a ton of ads, and turn it into a profitable business. I have seen a ton of people claiming they make thousands of dollars from Roblox, but it always seems like there's some kind of big company. I'm going to do it alone. Will I succeed? I don't know. First of all, I need a game plan. I have put one together, and it's pretty straightforward. The more players I'm going to get, the more profit I will earn. Yeah, that's all. If my game doesn't gain any players, I will end up losing a bunch of money. Anyways, I need a game, and I got an idea. You see, the front page is filled with Grow a Garden games. I'm going to use that as an opportunity, since I have made games like these before. The thing is, I need to make the game as fast as possible, otherwise I could miss this trend. I got ChatGPT to generate me a fresh idea. Yo, wait, ignore that. Anyways, I hopped on Studio and started building. This time I will be smart and create a color palette. I have never done this before, but it seems to be working. Just look at this plot. I'm going to add something that most of these Grow a Garden games don't have. It's the ability to expand your plot. I'm going to make it work using a proximity prompt. They're easy to set up and work on all kind of devices. Alright, this plot system should work. I got my own plot and I want to expand it. Let me interact with this sign and looks like my plot disappeared. Clearly, something doesn't work. I found out that I was destroying the plot before I could clone the new one. Now it works, but it's plain and boring. I want to make a cool transition. If you have played Clash of Clans, you already know what I'm trying to make. And just like that, I should be done with the animation. Now when I expand the plot, these clouds will appear. For those who have played Clash of Clans, you probably can tell that I took a bit of inspiration. The next thing that I'm going to create is a merchant. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that this game is going to be about growing a taiga. This idea might work. Tell me I'm not the only one who thinks this face looks so creepy. It looks like bro is stalking me. I need to change this face. I found this one, which looks more friendly. There's also this guy that'll take your stuff and give you money. Alright, using my NPC template, I was able to make these work in a few minutes. I can ask who he is, and if I want to, I can just walk away. Same with this guy. However, I still need to script the function that opens the merchant, so let me do that. You can get this template for yourself, along with other systems. This is my website, where you can get high quality assets and pre-made game templates. For example, this Obby kid. It generates stages for you. It could go viral, who knows. As always, it's linked in the video's description. Back to the merchant, I need UI. I forgot to record this, but I made this old paper frame. I scripted a couple of functions that created the global stock. This means that everyone has the same amount of items. I also set up the default data. The main gameplay should be done. I took a lot of systems from my previous games. First of all, I have a shovel that I will be able to use to destroy trees. The merchant works as well, and the stock is global for all servers. This is an upgrade from my previous system. These items are just placeholders. I'm not going to have actual rocks. There is going to be a variety of pine trees and other taiga themed items. Here goes my first Robux. I hired someone to make me a sound effect. I'm taking assets from this game, which I own as well. It has some players, but it won't get me out of the hood, so all hopes on this game. I created 3 buttons for easy access to the merchant, seller, and your plot. Okay, so I'm done with these 3 buttons, and I can easily teleport to all my desired locations. I was thinking of adding this cloud transition, but then I realized that eventually it would become annoying. Sometimes the simple things work out way better. This is a prime example of Grow a Garden. It was made in 3 days, but has millions of players. The next feature that I added is a friend boost. Per friend, it'll give you 10% more coins. Alright, it's time to make the first growable. This trunk should do the trick. Then I made a berry bush that'll grow these little berries. Here you can see how it grows in action. This is what I love about developing. You can do cool stuff like this. I have a garden in real life too. Look at this cute berry. Now I have to repeat the process for about 5 more crops. This model single-handedly has over 100 parts. The growth animation will look insane. I tried my best to make it look as good as possible. For the final crop, well, at least for now, I made a birch tree. Each one of these crops has a config that holds its growth time, rarity, and etc. I just finished modeling all of the crops, and look at my garden, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I love how this looks, especially the birch trees and these catkins. This is a game I would actually play. Yo, what is happening here? The particles might be a little too crazy. I fixed them and made the majority of the UI. This includes the settings, shop, any special offer. The settings and the shop should work now. As you can see, I can lower the volume of the music, the sounds, and also choose to turn on low graphics. The shop works as well, but it's all placeholders because I still need the models. Someone is making exclusive trees, so I still need to wait for those. I didn't really have to do much work since I just copied my previous systems. It's nice to have other games. You can reuse a lot of scripts. It's time to make the map. I started by adding a big base plate. Then I made some paths that will connect all the plots together. After that, I created hills and mountains. Without them, the map just feels dead. I can't forget about other assets, like trees and rocks. These make everything look way better. Let's go, I'm finally done with the map, and the atmosphere feels so cozy. I really like how it turned out. This might be one of my favorite maps. It's also pretty small, which is good for this game. Everything needs to be easily accessible. I might add a few more assets, but this is probably the final result. Instead of making assets, I made more crops. After all, the gameplay is more important. Yeah, looks like my mic was muted. Anyways, I was trying to showcase the starter packs. These might be my main source of revenue. Currently, I'm 750 Robux in debt. It's nothing compared to what I will spend on ads. I scripted a function that's going to add an animation if the crop is very large. I also scripted the weather system and a gifting system. I'm pretty much done with everything. The weather works, the gifting should work, and the game should be fully completed. As you can see, I just got the snowy event, which means all of the crops will have increased chances of getting this mutation. Let me see if it actually goes away. Really? I got the snowy one again. What's my luck? Anyways, it should go away. I decided to add a feature where the plant can get mutated while growing. However, there were some interesting bugs. Okay, so I should be fully done with the mutations. Previously, you could only get them when you plant the seed. Now they also appear randomly throughout the entire day. Since there is rain, I keep getting these wet berries, which cost way more than usual. Also, there is a small problem. I still don't have the exclusive seeds. I'm getting a bit worried if I will even get them. While I wait, I can design a thumbnail. These need to be really good. I made the first one, then another one, and the cycle repeated. I think I went overboard. I made like 7 versions, and now I can't choose which ones I'm going to use. They all are pretty similar, but this one arrow could highly increase the click-through rate. You need to run a lot of tests and find out which ones work the best. For this thumbnail, I'm going to use reverse psychology. Normally, blueberries don't grow into oak trees, but this is perfect, since it makes the player question this. There's good news and bad news. The bad news are that the guy who was supposed to make the models quit. However, the good news is that I can save some money and make them by my own. I created 4 unique crops, and for one of them, I used the 3D modeling software called Blender. I sort of rushed everything, but I want to get this game out as soon as possible. Anyways, I added the exclusive seeds, which for some reason aren't loading. You can go ahead and buy these packs and get these 4 seeds. And then there's also the free rewards chest that I copied from one of my games. Apart from that, everything should be done. Now I just need to see if there are any bugs. There were, and a lot, so I fixed all of them and created the holding animation for very big crops. I have it already scripted, so I don't need to worry about that. Now it's time to start launching ads. For the first one, I spent 4,500 Robux. I'll check the results tomorrow. The first ad is still running, but the results are not that good. It has a click-through rate at around 1.3%, which is pretty bad. The play rate looks low as well, so I need to do something. The low play rate could indicate that the thumbnail is bad, so I designed a new one. Then I launched another ad, hoping this new thumbnail will do the trick. I also got my first product sales. I just woke up and the ad is performing okay. The click-through rate is 1.5%, which isn't that bad, but I have had games with nearly 3%. The play rate seems to be low, I don't know why. Well, you can't even really play the game, that's probably why. Not all hope is lost. I fixed the loading issue and ran another set of ads. I'm now targeting the simulator genre. That just stopped running and it spent nearly 17 ad credits. That's like 5,000 Robux. And looks like I got nearly a 1.9% click-through rate, which isn't bad at all. I think I will run another one of these. On the bright side, I got a couple sales, but the game is chilling at exactly 2 players. Yeah, it's bad, but I still have hope that the algorithm picks it up. I'm spending another 4,000 Robux. Let me head to sleep, maybe it'll blow up overnight. Alright, I got a few sales while I was asleep, but there's something that I'm not happy about. The sad reality is that this game flopped. It has 1 active player and only 13.4 thousand visits. The stats are horrible, no wonder why it failed. But now let's head over to monetization to see if we made a profit. Yeah, I don't think this is enough. In its lifetime, this game made nearly 1,000 Robux, which is nowhere near the amount I spent on ads. However, not all hope is lost. As you can see, the game is starting to hit home recommendations. This means it's in the algorithm. My guess is that this trend has died down. People might have gotten tired of it. As for this game, maybe it'll gain a few more players and possibly bring the profit margin to 0. However, I doubt that because the stats are horrible. I have had games like these that perform really well, so I was probably late to the trend. I didn't make any profit, but on the bright side I got experience, which is priceless. Actually, I was wrong. Right as I was about to post this video, the game blew up to 140 players. It also started earning way more Robux, so maybe in the future it'll become a profitable business. I would appreciate if you could smash that subscribe button. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, have a great rest of your day, and peace.